everybody, it's the Me and My Boyfriend Nicole podcast. I'm Aurora.
And I'm the boyfriend, Nicole.
And we're back again.
Woo! Yeah.
Yeah, so what are we talking about today, Nicole?
Well, Aurora has had a lot of things go down in the last 48 hours. Lots of new things and new adventures and out with the old, in with something.
Something. We don't have anything new yet.
We don't know. We have avenues. We have ideas.
Mm-hmm.
We have some foreshadowing,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't have like an exact compass.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
like it's all good. I'm here for you, boo.
Thank you, boo.
Right? I'm your anchor.
Oh, that reminds me, you never watch a show, okay? It's called Teen Wolf.
No, I saw the movie back in the day.
Yeah, no. New stuff.
Okay.
With Tyler Posey and Dylan O'Brien, who's the love of my life. He just doesn't know it.
I feel you. Okay.
On MTV. But he had this moment, Scott did, where he's like a werewolf. He's like losing control, whatever. It's lame. I still love Teen Wolf. Don't judge me. Come at me, bro.
It's
in the
so
comments.
cute. Okay.
But his mom was like, be your own anchor. It was sweet. I don't know. Whatever.
All of that for that?
Yeah, I know. Just
Okay.
a look.
What? Woo! That was awesome.
Look. Hey.
Hey. I'm going to let you have any moment you need, boo. This is all about you, okay? This is a safe place. It's a cocoon.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. You're going to be a big butterfly and fly around.
Flapping my wings,
Right?
y'all.
Right? All right, so let's talk about the first thing that happened.
Yeah. So
Day before yesterday.
yeah, I had a friend over
Uh-huh.
and
A friend.
a friend.
The friend.
The friend from the podcast, the Mario Kart. I've never
Right.
said his name, so I don't need to say
No,
his name. Yeah.
No, the drunk cry fest.
Oh, it wasn't a cry fest. Oh my
Just
goodness.
keep going.
Yes, that guy.
Yeah.
He was over.
Revlon mascara. No, eyeliner.
Eyeliner.
Yeah.
Eyeliner. There we
Eyeliner,
go. That's
yeah.
a good nickname.
Eyeliner was over.
Eyeliner was over. And
Which you and eyeliner have been going hot and heavy for like a month and a half.
about a month and a half, yeah.
Yeah. First real friend
Mhm.
in a while.
long time,
In a
yeah.
long time.
Yeah. And it wasn't like there was no like real conversation or exclusivity or whatever, but like it was kind of
It was understood. It was imposed.
He
He felt the need to
It was implied.
state himself with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like assert himself, which
Yeah.
was a bad move on his part. But anyway,
Yeah.
so obviously he felt some territory here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he was over, and I'm very, like, protective of, like, my space. Like, I don't let people over unless I feel like it's, like, clean enough, or, like, it's, like, it's my cave. It's my
Right.
hovel. Like,
Right? Yes.
It's my nest. Like,
Yes,
I'm very
yes.
protective of it. Like,
Yes.
even Nicole, like, I'm like, oh, can you wait? I gotta clean the house before you come over.
Yes.
I'm better about it now.
Yeah.
Am I not?
Yeah. And she's like, it's spotless already, so I don't know exactly what she's cleaning. But she needs to get the aura right, I guess.
I
you
don't
know?
know. It
Yeah.
just-
We
yes.
all have our routines, you know?
Like, I'm just very protective of
Yes.
like, that's the place I feel comfortable and I come home to.
Absolutely. And it's yours.
and it's
it
mine.
should be that way.
And, like, so Revlon was at the house all day without me, and it was making me very uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like people in my space when I'm not
Right.
there.
So you were gone and doing stuff, working, everything
I was
else.
working. I was taking you to, like, an appointment. Like,
Yeah.
I was just out the whole day.
Yeah.
And,
And he didn't want to leave.
yeah, and I kind of hinted, like, you're going to be there all day by yourself. And I should have been more assertive of, like, I don't want you in my space when I'm not there. But I was questioning whether or not it was an actual boundary for me, or was I just being weird?
Which was funny to me in the respect to, I could never imagine hanging out at your house all day without you there. Like, I wouldn't even want to.
Yeah.
Unless I was, like, doing something for you. Like, that just wouldn't even occur to me. And how protective you are in even allowing me to come over. And then the thought that you were analyzing yourself in leaving someone you've only known a month and a half in your home that you're so protected over by yourself. Like, it's just kind of like...
Well, I'm trying to figure out, like, I don't want to be like a hermit. Like, I want people in my life, and I'm trying to like push myself just a little bit each more of like being more open and like letting people like in my life. So I thought that was a way I could do it. It is not. It was not.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's an actual boundary for me. That's
especially the way that he did it. Like, you were texting him and stuff and he wasn't responding.
Yeah, and then he eventually did, and then I was like, okay, but I was just very uncomfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it was like making me anxious. I couldn't even focus really in my meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that I was in, that I was like, oh gosh, like, he's been there all day, and it's like, and I didn't think he was gonna like steal from me, or it's not anything like that. It's not that I didn't trust him, or it's not anything like that. It's literally just like, that's my space, that's my protective like bubble, and someone is in it, and like, I can't control the energy and the vibe there when I'm not there.
Mm-hmm. And was it someone that you're 100% comfortable with?
I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily say that. Yeah.
Yeah. So what ended up happening with that situation?
So I came home, and I was kind of in a state.
Why were you in a state, Aurora? Let's talk about exactly what state you were in.
So I had a meeting, and my boss had asked me a question about a way to think about, we can get into that later, but he had asked me a question. It was like playing over in my mind. It was making me second guess things. We'll talk about that in the second half of it.
Yeah.
So I had all these things going through my mind, on top of the fact that I knew that if I got home, my bubble was not going to be there anymore. Because it wasn't a protective space anymore. I was coming in, and like someone's energy was already there. It wasn't my energy. So I was already like on red alert, like,
you can't even go home and unwind and relax because there's someone there.
Yes.
Yes.
So
that
then
you kind of have to entertain or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. And it's like, and even if someone's not asking to be entertained by me, I always feel the pressure of, I need to make sure that you're comfortable. Sometimes to the expense of like myself.
Which I think a lot of people do.
So I'm like, I'm not going to feel comfortable until Revlon leaves. Like, I'm just not. And I was like, I need you out.
And a couple weeks prior, you had already felt like you didn't really want to keep doing this, right?
A couple weeks earlier, I tried to break up with Revlon.
And what did he say?
He said, no, you're not leaving. And at the time, it was kind of sexy. And I was like, ooh. But then,
a couple weeks later,
I was like, no, I'm still feeling this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right.
I'm done. Like, I'm done.
Right. And the discussions we had that day. Yeah. And when you were driving home and you were just like, what am I doing? Like, yeah. So what about that?
Yeah. Okay. So I called Nicole, and the day before, Nicole had called me. All right. Maybe I called you. I can't remember.
But we were talking.
We were on the phone. And Nicole was being like, haha, like, what are you guys doing? Like, like, kind of like cute.
Yeah.
And then Revlon was like, I can hear you, you know.
Right.
Like, in a certain tone. And it kind of like, you know, the record scratches? And I think we both of our energies changed.
Well, absolutely. And let's understand something, too. It had been less than a week that I had major surgery.
Yeah.
And was medically kind of very sensitive, physically and emotionally very sensitive and vulnerable. And you had come and stayed with me and like literally taking care of me and made me food and everything else. And then you're back over there with him, and he is fully aware of that situation and everything. And then you and me are just talking and having a normal like girl conversation and joking back and forth. And then, and we'd even talked a little bit about my surgery, how was I feeling and stuff.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he just out of nowhere is just like, I could hear you, you know, and just kind of trying to control the situation. And it just put this weird feeling on it. And I was just like, okay, I got to go. Like, I'm already in a really vulnerable state. And then someone I don't even know, I've never met, I'm like, just talking like that, you know? And I didn't want to put anything on you.
Yeah, but I could tell, like, you got off the phone, like, instantly, and I was like, oh, shit. And then the tone, I was like, that was really kind of unnecessary. Like, where did that come from? Like, and he had never really spoken to me that way, so, like, it really kind of threw me for a whole loop and a half. And I was like, oh, okay. And, like, I don't even know if he really meant it that way, but it's just the way it came off.
Right.
Where I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
So that was kind of playing in my head, and I was like, okay. And then I talked to Nicole about it. I was like, okay, so it wasn't just me. All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention I'm having all these things. Like, what am I doing? And I can't come home and, like, be alone in my space and, like, recenter myself.
And didn't it feel, too, like he just wouldn't leave?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's, like, another thing is, like, I usually am a person that can, I'm gonna go, but I usually separate myself before I get really uncomfortable. So it's really weird for me to have people in my space and then I have to ask you to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that makes me very, like, ugh. Like, I'm like... And when I would ask for things, he'd be like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Like, and, like, all that started playing, and I'm like, okay, I need to do something about this. I'm not acting like myself anymore.
Mm-mm.
I'm not asking for things, because I've already learned this lesson of, like, ask for what you want. You get the things that you ask for, that you go for.
Mm-hmm.
You're not asking for what you want. You're not standing up for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now you just have to do it. Like,
yeah.
That's literally all that's left.
Well, and there have been several situations that you discussed with me about where you told him, hey, I don't feel comfortable with this, or hey, like, I want you to leave, or hey, I don't want to do this. And he would always just dismiss you and say no. Right?
And he'd be like, well, why do you say no, but then you do it? It's like, because, like, I feel, like, uncomfortable. And I've always done this where I just, like, sacrifice, like, myself or my happiness just to make other people feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just, like, suffer in silence. And I don't want to do that anymore because it makes me resentful.
Well, and that's not a healthy relationship for you or the other person.
Exactly.
You know, the whole point, I thought, is you want to find someone where you feel wonderful and amazing, that it feels great, and not something that you're dreading or feeling uncomfortable in. Yeah. You know, like, that is a red flag, a warning sign, whatever, that it's not okay. And it doesn't mean that they're a bad person or you're a bad person. It's just, it's not right. It's not the right timing, right person, situation, whatever. And you need learn something from it and move on, you know?
Well, that's when I realized, like, on the way home, I was like, oh my goodness. One, I'm doing the same thing that I always do, which I compromise my own happiness for other people, and then I'm surprised that my feelings are hurt and that I'm resentful.
Cycles!
Yeah, exactly. And then two, I'm like, I will do this for the rest of my life. Like, if I don't stop now...
Yes.
I will literally do it for the rest of my life.
And that's where he is a gift. Yeah. That's where anyone that helps you to recognize those things in yourself, because it's always about us, right? Not about the other person kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't about him.
He was a gift to show that to you, you know? And I'm sure there's something he learned too. Yeah. You know? So you're driving home. What happened? What happened when you got home? What?
So I come in the door. Dun, dun, dun. I didn't tell you this, but my deadbolt was locked and I couldn't get in the door.
Shut up.
And I was about to go the fuck off. Like, let me in my like, cause like, I was trying to turn it and it wouldn't turn. I didn't want to break my key. I've broken a key inside a door before, so, like, I'm really, like, weird about keys and locks. Where I'm like, I don't want to break another key in a door because that was such a pain in the ass. It's happened to me twice.
Bolt locked the door on you.
I don't know. Yeah.
Dude, that sounds like a serious message.
I don't know.
Don't want to really look at it that deep. Got you. Okay, so then what happened?
Anyway, so then I knocked on the door calmly.
To your own home.
To my own home, which immediately made me pissed off.
Of course.
So I was like, motherfucker. Like, right? I was mad. So then I was like, let me not be mad, though, because...
You don't want that energy?
I don't want that energy. So I was like, I tamped that down really quick. That's part of why I was so anxious with you on the phone after. I knocked on the door calmly, and I was about to call and be like, let me in the house before I go crazy. He finally came to the door, and I was like, okay. So I come in. He gets back in bed, and that's when, like, my rage
He got back in your bed.
Yeah. So then...
Where he's been laying all day long.
Yeah. So then my anxiety and rage goes, it's at my eyes now. Now it's, like, at the top of my head. And I'm like, if it goes past the top of my head, like, I see red. Like, I have a I have the patience of a saint until I don't.
Yeah, right.
So I'm like, oh God, okay, Aurora, don't let it go past the top of your head. It's right here. You know you're mad.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay. And I was like, so I was like, I think I need you to leave. And he was like, you know, what's wrong? And I was like, I just kept repeating because I'm like, if I say anything else, I can't be held responsible for what I say. So I'm like, okay, I think I need you to leave. And I was like, no, wait. I was like, stop. And he was like, wait. I was like, I don't mean I think I need you to leave. I said, I need you to leave.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, oh, are you serious? I'm like, I need you to leave the house. I need you to go.
I need you to get the fuck up out of here.
I need you to leave the house. I need you to go.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, are you serious? I was like, I need you to leave the house. I need you to go.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, okay. And then he like gathered stuff and he got out. Like I was looking for all of his stuff in the house. Like I don't want
Take
any other,
everything.
like I want it all gone. I was like, I don't need to like feel your presence in my house anymore. And then he left and like I watched him like pull out of the driveway. Like I locked the door, like everything. I was like, I need to physically see you leave.
Mm-hmm.
And then afterwards I called Nicole.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just a little anxious ball.
But the first thing you said to me was, I feel so much better.
Yeah. I did. But I was like, still like.
Well, because he could come back, anything.
Yeah. And I told you, I was like, I don't think
calling. Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what's going to happen. I was like, I just need to be at the house. Like, I'll come over later.
Yeah.
I was like, I just need to know that, like, this is done for, like, now or for tonight or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I stayed at the house for a couple hours, like, calm down a little bit because I didn't want to come over when I was like.
Yeah.
Like,
yep.
Like, all these things were like, no. I drank some tea. I drank some tension tamer.
Some tension tamer,
I tamed my tension.
What?
But I felt so much better. I felt so much lighter. And I couldn't get over, like, oh my gosh, like, that was such a weight on me that I didn't realize was a weight.
It felt like a cleansing, right?
Yeah, it did.
It was like, ooh.
And it's not like he was a bad person, because he wasn't a bad person.
No. But he was definitely a user.
I don't know, like...
Really? Let's talk about his living situation.
Oh, no, it's not that serious. I'm not trying to put him on blast like that.
I know you're not.
But,
I would love to.
Yeah.
But...
yeah.
Okay.
But I had a couple realizations of, like, I was still dating at my 22-year-old standard.
Yes. In college, coming out of college kind of thing.
I'm 27 now.
Yes,
I have different standards now.
Yes.
And that's okay.
Right? Yeah.
And I needed to realize those standards.
Yes. And really embrace it. He helped you show you what your boundaries are and that you have boundaries and you need to establish those.
Yes. And that they're not just me being weird boundaries or an actual...
Everyone should have boundaries. That's healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you had a talk with Jay.
I had a talk with Jay.
Which Jay is your nephew.
My nephew. We had a really good talk.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
Love Jay.
We had a really good talk, and he was like, you know, you're older now. He's like, you need to date people that are in the same like vein and place as you.
Yeah.
He's like, you're a very stable person. He's like, I know I can depend on you for things. He's like, you are that person. He's like, and you weren't acting like yourself. And when he said that I wasn't acting like myself, I'm like, okay. So it wasn't like, because I felt like I wasn't acting like myself. And when someone else says that to you, who knows you really well, like you're not acting like yourself, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
I needed to hear that.
Absolutely.
And like I didn't get offended or anything. I was like, you're right. I wasn't acting like myself. Thank you for saying that. Like that's very validating for me.
Yep. And so then what happened the next day?
Yeah, and then
which is yesterday.
Yeah, the yesterday. So then
the day after, we're doing a full cleansing.
Yeah. Well, at the meeting, my boss had asked me, what are your profits after expenses? So then I was like, I don't have any. And then that question was playing over and over and over in my head. And then I started applying it to my regular life of like, what are my profits minus expenses? I was like, oh no. Oh no.
We not making nothing?
I don't have nothing. Oh no. So that like started that train of thought of like, okay, That's a really good question. Do I ever think about my life in that way? Of like, what are my profits versus what are my expenses?
So basically, what do you have left after you everything you put into something or put out, right?
Exactly.
Your energy, your time, your money, right?
My
your honey.
emotions.
Yes. Yeah.
And I realized, oh my gosh,
You have shit left.
I have shit left.
Like nothing. Nada.
Nothing.
Yeah.
The only thing that is fulfilling me right now, like truly fulfilling me, is the podcast.
Which you don't have no time for because you're doing all the other dead end stuff.
Exactly.
You're not trying to put words in your mouth. I'm just saying.
So I was like, okay, well, here we go.
and what conclusion did we come to? What will we do?
So I'd kind of been thinking about it before, because I told Nicole in the beginning of this whole thing, if what I'm doing right now doesn't work out by December, I'm going to try something new. Mm-hmm. That means I will have tried it for like 4 months, gave it a real good college try. Mm-hmm. And like, I really busted my ass.
You did.
I really tried.
You did. And the job that you were in was totally for profit.
Yeah.
In the aspect of it's commission based. If you don't do this, then you don't get shit.
But even if you do this, it's not guaranteed.
No, you're still not guaranteed money.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, it was way too iffy for me to ever consider. But I was like, dude, you got big cojones, like big balls, like big brass balls. Like, I'm so proud of you for doing this. Like, it's amazing. And you learned so much business-wise, emotional-wise, about you, you know. And you definitely learned the value of a good no. Yeah. And a weak yes. Yeah. And there is no shame in your game, and you are not scared of anything. Yeah. You know? Yeah. So, which I think is beautiful gifts that you got from it.
Ultimately, that was my profit, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Money wasn't.
But you can't eat that.
I can't eat that.
I can't and don't pay the bills with that.
I can't pay bills with that.
Right? Right?
At the end of the day.
Right? Yeah. So what happened yesterday morning?
So then I quit my job.
You said one more time. What? You what?
I quit my job.
You quit your job.
So, you know, if anybody was looking on the outside and they'd be like, oh, so she's manic right now. She has broken up with the boyfriend, quit the job. And then I laughed at myself. I was like, the only thing I haven't done is like cut or dyed my hair. So I think I'm good.
Let's not do that because you got pretty hair. You got beautiful hair. But you know what? I support you in that decision if you decide we're going to do that.
No, this is how I knew I wasn't, because that is, Nicole, I'm going to go ahead and give you a little insight.
Okay, incite me.
If I do a drastic look change to my hair, ask me if I'm okay. Okay. Because I'm most likely not.
Okay. That's what happens to me too. When I cut my hair and color it, like seriously change it. Yeah. Yeah, and no warning.
Yeah, no warning.
No warning. I would have been planning it for months and no, it's just all of a sudden, boom.
Yeah. I'm not okay.
I'm not okay.
I need some help.
Yeah, I do too. Hopefully we'll never go through that at the same time.
Oh God, at the same time.
I know. I'll be like, Jay, save us.
We're burning down buildings at that point.
I know, right?
Together.
Oh God, we need Daniel's help. We know we're in shit creek. So
I was like, well, I have no inkling to change my hair, so I'm good.
That's the line.
That's the line.
Okay. So it's been a lot in the last like 48 hours.
Yeah, that was in 24 hours.
That was in 24 hours. That was a cleansing. That was in almost 12 hours.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
Less than 12 hours. I was like,
you're like, go. We're getting rid of all this shit. Yeah. We're cleaning it out. We're getting done with 2020 and moving into 2021, a new fucking person, right?
Yeah. And I want to say,
cleanse.
Like, my boss was great.
Yeah.
Like, I had no hard feelings.
Oh, absolutely.
The business was great. I learned so much. I really enjoyed working with the people that I worked with, and I learned a lot. And I'm really thankful, honestly.
Absolutely.
For that. And, like, I don't feel like I failed, because I'm telling you, like, I worked so hard. It just didn't work out.
Well, but I don't think that it's not that it didn't work out. It, like we were talking about, it wasn't your journey. It wasn't your path.
Exactly.
You were there for what you're supposed to get from it, you know? And then you got the knowledge and everything and the experience, and you're supposed to use that and move on to the next thing. It just wasn't part of your journey, your dream, whatever.
Yes.
But it was an incredible experience. And a matter of fact, your boss had talked to you and asked you to still do several meetings that you had set up.
Yes.
And work with clients, and you agreed, right? So you're still things you're going to be doing with them. But as far as working there full time, everything like that, and he was great too, because he offered to help you with different things, even different types of jobs, situations, anything that could help you.
He gave me a contact for another job. He told me places to go. It was really, honestly, one of the best.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't want to call it a breakup because we weren't together. Well, it's kind of like a breakup. It was so happy and healthy. It was so great. If Kyle's truly awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was. I really needed that. But I feel so much better. I feel so much lighter. Now, I'm asking myself, okay, Aurora, we cleansed.
Now what's the fucking plan?
Now what we gonna do?
Okay, there is no plan.
There is no plan yet.
We are just going to enjoy life for a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? And take a woosah.
I'm going down to Georgia.
Right?
I'm going to see my dad.
To see Daddy.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Daddy. Hi, Barbara.
Hi, Barbara. I miss you guys so much.
Right? And next week is Christmas.
Yes.
I'm sure this is going to come out after the New Year. But that's what it is. So it's just let's enjoy the holidays. Let's enjoy the time with family and friends. And you and me are going to have a whole sisterhood day this weekend and just chill in pajamas and watching movies and just enjoying the day. And then after that, you come up with a plan, right?
Exactly.
Something will come and it will all be good, right?
It'll all be good.
Yep. There is a path for you. There's a path for every single one of us. There's something we're supposed to be doing. But, you and I have said so many times, if you're not happy, do something else. Exactly. It is your body. It is your soul calling to you, telling you this is not what we're supposed to be doing. This is not our journey. If it's a relationship, if it's a job, if it's family, if it's whatever it is, if it's your hair, whatever it is. If you're not happy, it is truly your soul, your being, your essence telling you, sweetheart, this is not what we're supposed to be doing.
And the thing about it is you can change it.
Yes.
I could still continue to be doing the things I was doing, but I'm it's not working. It's just
right.
I'm not being fulfilled. And it's not that those things are bad, they're just not right for me.
Yeah. Yeah. And the relationship, it's not that he's bad.
No.
But it's just not the right one for you.
Yeah.
And if you're wasting time or spending time with a person, job, thing, whatever, that is not the right one, you're not available for
the right one.
The right one. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
And so it's that person that you're supposed to be with, right? That career you're supposed to be at, that place you're supposed to live, whatever, they are not happy. Let's say the person, they're unfulfilled too because they're waiting for you to get your shit together and find them, get out there and be with them, you know? The job that you're supposed to be at, or the thing you're supposed to be doing, that calling, isn't happening because you're allowing yourself, and not just you, everyone.
Yeah.
I've done this a ton of times, to be stuck where you're at. It's I know I'm not happy here, but I know this sucks.
Yeah.
I know what to expect here.
Yes. It's
the unknown suck scares the shit out of me.
Well, I think the old adage verbiage, whatever the word is, of it's better the devil you know.
Yeah.
And I'm that is such a destructive way to think.
Yes.
When you really think about it.
Yeah.
That's so stifling.
Yeah.
But I've even said that to myself. It's better the devil you know. That's why I stayed at my other job for 3 years.
Why they gotta be a devil?
Well, you know what I mean.
I know, but that's the whole point, though, of the saying. Why does there have to be that? Why can't you just have happy,
exactly,
joyful,
so,
woohoo? So
there's so you have to accept that there's going to be a devil in your life. And it's why? Why would I invite that evil and that destructiveness into my life? I don't have to do that. And then 2, it's you're just acknowledging that things are gonna suck. Things don't have to suck all the time.
They don't.
And I'm not saying there's not good with the bad. I'm not that delusional or whatever. But if you don't have to accept shit in your life.
No.
You just don't. I'm not saying what I was in was shit, but I'm just saying,
But you felt like shit.
Yeah, I did.
That's the whole point. Yeah. It wasn't filling your soul. It wasn't, making you happy. It wasn't
Yeah.
bringing joy to your life.
Yes.
It was wearing you out, wearing you down.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, it was not where you're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know you made the right decision when you say no to it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Relationship, job, whatever. And all of a sudden you're like,
I felt so much better. After, the rage had burned off. And the anxiety had, kind of
yeah.
relaxed. I was like, woo! I feel so much better.
Yeah. And so now
the
possibilities are endless.
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 I go anywhere I want.
Right? Do whatever you want. You're going to go
I want.
down to Georgia, stick your toe in the pond and do a little dating. A little swiping down there.
Probably.
See
I'm a
what's
little.
up. Have a little fun.
Why not?
Shake off the cobwebs.
Oh, never mind. The cobwebs have been shaken off now. But
put a little new sparkle on there.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like there's something down there for me. You and I have kind of been talking about it. Because I've been planning the Georgia trip before this happened, y'all. It's not like okay, quit your job, break up with your boyfriend, now you're going back home.
Yeah, and you're coming back. You're just going for the holidays to visit your family. Yes.
Yes. No, the podcast isn't over. I'm not over. I'm still here. But
wherever you go, I'll find you.
That seems like a threat.
It is. It's a pinky promise, boo.
No. But I've been talking with Nicole off podcast. There's something down there for me. I don't know what it is. I feel like it's a love connection.
Could it be an ex-lover?
It could be. I don't know. We'll see where I'm at or what I'm doing.
Right?
You know why I really had the freak out?
Why?
Because I was swiping earlier, which I gotta stop that for a week. I need a break. I just need a break. I just need a break.
You need to unplug.
Yeah. And I was like, when people ask me, what do I do? What am I going to say?
You know how many times I've been there? Unemployed.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm not unemployed.
You're not unemployed.
I want to talk about that.
Okay.
I really want to talk about. So, what do I have left at the end of this? Because on the outside looking in.
What do I have left? We're going to itemize now?
It looks
we're itemizing?
No, I'm just saying,
okay.
From the outside in, it looks a little sketch. She has no boyfriend.
It looks a little cray-cray. Yes, okay.
But I'm like, what do I have left? Oh my gosh, I still have all these blessings. Okay, first one, I still have my family. Yay.
Yay.
I still have my friends.
Yay! Can we get a big yay? You didn't even yay on that one.
Oh, well, yay.
Okay, thank you.
So I still have that. That's obvious given. But I have my passion project, really, at the end of the day. Doing the podcast with you, loving you, our friendship, all of that stuff.
Yes.
That's really where my core is at.
Yes.
And that's really what I have left. And I think that's so beautiful that I feel like I didn't really lose anything. I only gained.
And whatever supports the dream, whatever your dream is, everyone hear this, whatever your dream is, whatever supports that is positive for your life.
Yeah.
And you can change your dream anytime you want. We're not changing the dream.
No.
You can, make new goals, but you have to have, as we talked about before, a dream, a goal, and there's different pathways to get there.
Yeah.
And if you find a roadblock at one, jump over it, skip around it, whatever you got to do, and keep going.
Yeah.
So what is it that you have that's supporting your dream? Continue your list. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a good question. What do I still have supporting my dream? I learned all these skills in my relationship and my job that still support this dream.
Yeah.
So that's still there. The core is still there. And girl, I can do DoorDash. I can do Lyft until I find a new job for money, whatever.
And let's talk about what we were talking about too. Is what do you have your list? You still got a roof over your head.
Exactly.
You got food in your fridge, right?
Mm-hmm.
You still got your kitty cat.
I still got my cat.
Right. You still got a car.
Yep.
You got tons of clothes, makeup, art supplies. The world's the limit. I'm like, you have your car, right? Which means you also have your DoorDash that you do on the side, right? Yep. And your Lyft. So legitimately, you have jobs, you have businesses. You could work those and make money. And when we did the math, you found out you could actually make more money than you were making at the full-time career job that you had.
Exactly.
Yes. And then it's then you also have the podcast, and we both could put a lot more time and energy into this, now that you're freed up from that other,
And
you know,
you're feeling better.
and I'm feeling better,
Yep.
right, and getting healed up, which we already said we were going to give ourselves a little bit of time to after the first of the year, after holidays, to really get into this, right? And then also Trinity has her company,
Her soap business,
right, that she's kicking off big time and blowing up after the first of the year. So like there's tons of stuff that is right on the cusp, and then that you can actually make money at. So you're really not unemployed.
Exactly.
And this is 2020. This is the way of the future. Like, this is how life is. There is no predictable. Shit, we still don't even know who's president.
I know, right?
Right? So, I mean, who else isn't feeling a little iffy? You know, there is no, like, definites anymore, right?
I know.
So, the main definites that we do have in life is our connections, our relationships, you know, those family connections, those friends, those lovers, whatever. And so it's like, you really need to put more time, energy, love, and gratitude into those connections.
Yeah.
You know, like, just tell people how much you love them. Thank them. You know, like, have dinners together, have meals together. I'm like, I get COVID still going on. But people, make time for your peoples. Show them the love. Make a call. Like you always say, if you're thinking of somebody, call them.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And just being happy that we're here. You know, that's where I was talking to one of my friends last night. And I told him, I'm like, look, I'm to the point in my life where I woke up today. It's a good day. I didn't know I was going to make it to this long. I'm just hoping I still wake up tomorrow. There ain't much thought after that. Okay. Like, I'm like, woo, I'm still here. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Yay.
Right? So just enjoy it, because you never know what's going to happen. None of us ever really know what's going to happen. And you still here and kicking.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy. And I love you.
I love you.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think of, like, I'm so thankful because the other day we made a connection with people that we wouldn't have met.
Oh,
before
yeah.
if we hadn't just slowed down a little bit.
At Wonderland.
At Wonderland. We went to this great cafe. We'll talk about them more later.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, we met, like, these people, and, like, I'm passing off some stuff I have in my house to them that I know they're really going to enjoy. And, like, those little moments, like, I want to cultivate those moments.
Yes.
And make those happen more often.
Going out in your community, you know? Yes.
And I'm like, that's what I still have. Like, my joy for life, like, the connections I build with people, that stuff is still going to stay.
Well, you know, and we've talked about before, too, the fact of it's got to rain before you get a rainbow, you know? And I think so many times we don't understand how much a gift is when things don't work out.
Yeah.
Because when things don't work out, you have to, one, do your mirror test and look at yourself and what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
And how you are creating this atmosphere. Because that was a big thing that I realized, is that anything that has happened to me in my life,
Oh, yeah.
I have, one, allowed and two, created.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Whether someone's treating me wrong, beating me, you know, raining on my parade, whatever it is, I have allowed that behavior or it wouldn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Because if my boundary, if my rule, if my soul said no, then wouldn't nobody treat me like that. But if someone is treating me like that, that means I am allowing that behavior. So I have created that environment for myself. And I didn't even realize that till you and I were having that discussion.
Yeah.
And then what?
I lost my train of thought.
Oh.
But no, it's like people show you who they are, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if someone is doing those things to you, and after the first time you don't say no or stop, and you let it slide, you have pushed and shifted your boundary for yourself. And you are now allowing that to be the new standard. And I really had that, like, really honest, like, look at myself the other day, and I was like, you're allowing this to become your new standard. You talked a big talk, now you have to walk the walk. You can't fall back on old ways anymore and expect new results, because the old way didn't work.
Yeah.
Like, you were unhappy.
Yeah. And we were talking about, you got to trust your tummy. When your gut, when your soul, when your heart, when your mind, when your body is telling you no.
Yeah.
Don't say yes.
Exactly.
Don't say yes. Don't doubt yourself. Because if you do, guess what? Cycles. You're going to have to learn a lesson.
Another one.
Another one. And you're like, how many times I got to learn this lesson? Obviously, you needed to learn it again.
Obviously.
And I've done this a million times myself, right? And I'm like, I am getting off the merry-go-round. I am not doing this shit no more. If it does not add to my life, you out. You know, I'm like, if any way it makes me uncomfortable and I'm not happy, I'm not even using my voice anymore to say what I want and need. I'm like, go fuck yourself. I am not putting up with anything but what I deserve, what I want, what makes me happy. And I'm trusting my tummy, my gut. You know, when she tells me no, I'm not going to ask her, but why? I'm going to say, I got you, boo. Let's go around this shit. You know? So.
Like 2 weeks ago when I was like, I don't think I'm in this. And I tried to do it, but I was like, no.
We start doubting ourselves.
You start doubting yourself.
Am I self-sabotaging?
Yeah.
Am I doing all this stuff? Which I kind of feel like that's bullshit anyway.
Self-sabotage?
I think self-sabotage is a total bullshit game. I think that that's something that people have put out there to make you buy a book, buy a fucking outfit, makeup, whatever. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's bullshit. I don't feel like there is something as self-sabotage. I get that there is a fear of success.
Yeah.
You know, like fear of failure, like all this kind of stuff. But self-sabotage, I feel like really is doubting yourself. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not okay to beat yourself up. Like, the whole world is going to beat you up.
Yes.
I don't think we should be putting more shit on ourselves, you know, and like beating ourselves up more for shit we do. When you know better, you do better. The end. And you can't change nothing from yesterday, you know? And you need to appreciate the learning curve you have, right? Are we going to beat up a caterpillar because it was a caterpillar and it wasn't always a butterfly? Like, it had to go through that stage. It had to go through being in a cocoon to come out and be a beautiful butterfly. But that doesn't mean we don't like the caterpillar. They're cute and fuzzy. You know? They're doing the best they can. They just don't fly yet.
Can't help it, they're not beautiful. Well,
they are beautiful.
Well, not beautiful in the beautiful standard sense. But yeah, they're still beautiful.
Yeah, so it's like, cut yourself some slack. Like, love who you are. We was having a big talk, and I ain't trying to make it about me, okay? Because this is your episode. But about how I'm trying on all my old clothes. And nothing looks the same anymore. And how my body is going through a repair right now. With having my implants taken out. And now we've went to little bitty boobies.
Yeah.
And they're so cute. But they both look totally different. You know? Like one is all up high. And she's like, yes, girl, I'm here. Look at me. She's never been through no shit. She's like a 16-year-old fresh little titty. We'll say 18. She's an adult, okay? And then the other one is like a sultry, like 28-year-old. Like, she's seen some shit. She's sexy. She's more laid back, you know, whatever. But she's like, bitch, I've been here before, you know, but I got you, boo. So they're both beautiful and cute, but they totally different, right? Like, kind of like my personality.
Vibes, yeah.
Yes, and different values. Yeah, and I'm like, I love them. They're really me. Like, I love them so much, you know? But I'm like, I just had surgery like a week ago, and my body is going through this change, and my belly is like, woo, so swollen, and like working through some stuff and trying to get all these toxic, you know, crap out of my body and everything else. And I have bruises all over me and stuff. And I'm like, and I'm still trying to date. Don't laugh. Okay, you can laugh, but, you know, don't be judging. But, and then you threw up yesterday at me. Do you really think you should be dating right now? And I was like, look, I don't really want to analyze that right now. Ain't nobody got time. I got dates.
I'm like,
I got an ice cream date lined up for Saturday.
The reason why I asked that, though, is like, and I'm guilty of this too. So the only reason
I felt like you were really talking to yourself, but I was going to allow it to, like, I was going to think about it for a second. And then I thought about it, and I was like, no. But anyway, go ahead.
Okay, I was going to say, I am guilty of this too, and that's the only reason why I said that. I don't give myself any time to heal about anything.
True.
I'm always on to the next one, Let's do something else. Something else.
Right.
Like, fill the void with whatever. So that's why I was saying, are you giving yourself time to heal? Like, are you really ready? That's the only reason I asked you that.
And so
I was talking to myself too.
No, I got you. Yeah. I got you. And I understand, because it's literally time to heal. Like, my body to heal. You know, like we still got, like, stitches, okay? But then in my soul, this is the big thing, which I was telling you. My soul is like, she's not screaming. Okay, she is kind of throwing a, like, inner child fit, right? Like, stomping her feet. But she's like, our person is right there. Like, she really feels like he's right there, you know, our person, and he's all by himself, and we're supposed to find him. And so it's like, I don't feel like I can date like normal date, like where we're on a ton of apps and like we're talking to everybody and we're going out on different dates every night and everything else. No. I'm not in that state. I'm in soulful connection dating. So like talking to someone, getting to know them over the phone, that kind of thing, like going out for like maybe a milkshake date, you know, whatever. Like that kind of thing. And like, I'm ready for that dating. Like I am looking for my soulful answer by soulful connection to someone else, another living human being. That I'm good with. Like I can do that, you know. But like, let's go out and run in the town and shit. No. I'm ready for pajama dating. That's what I'm ready for. Ooh. Or like footy pajama dating, you know, like going out like that. Oh yeah. But anyway. But I don't know. I'm really excited to see what this next year brings for both of us.
I know, girl. I got so many options.
Wait. Let's talk about us living in reality. So, no job,
reality, no.
right? Anything else? And what do we start planning for next summer?
Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, with no job, no prospects on the horizon. Meanwhile, I'm like, let's go to Alaska.
Right? So what do we say? You put your intentions out there, and the universe will take care of you, boo.
Yes.
Okay?
And we have put our intentions out there. Ooh, girl, we just need to go ahead and talk about the Alaska thing.
I know.
Another episode, another day.
Yeah.
But.
So we're going to go to Alaska this summer.
Yes, we are.
Right? Yes, we're going to make our second trip up there. And then eventually, the goal is to live like in Alaska for a whole year. We're going to do the winter.
We're going to do the winter, baby.
Right? We're going to be podcasting from Alaska. Probably going on some trips to different places. But like, we really want to.
In the south part, y'all.
Yeah.
We ain't about that life. Let's be honest.
We ain't going up to like
Fairbanks and shit.
No.
We're keeping in that Anchorage life.
Yeah.
Anchorage
life is good. Yes.
Homer.
Yes.
Anchorage.
Seward. What's that one little town right outside Anchorage that I love? It starts with a G.
Oh, Girdwood.
Oh my gosh, I love that town.
Love that.
And that little bar.
Yes.
Oh my, that bartender, she was amazing.
And that little like square that we went to.
Yes.
So good.
Where they had like these big, huge board games outside that were like life size,
and
right?
The coffee lady was so nice.
Oh yeah. So you walk up there, and then the pot shop.
Oh yeah.
Because pot's legal there. Hello. And I went in there and I was like, look, I don't want none of this new stuff. I want like old weed. Like so much fun. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, can't wait. And we're going to rent like another RV.
And we're taking the boys this time.
We're taking the boys with us.
We're taking Jay and Nikki.
Right? So Nikki's my youngest son.
And, you know, Jay is my nephew.
Yeah.
But he might as well just...
Right?
He might as well just
they're
be
both,
child.
yes, he's your soulful child. But they're both teenage boys, and they've never been there, and so we're going to take like a road trip and take them with us.
Yeah.
And we've got all kinds of stuff planned, like podcast stuff for along the way, and adventure time. Y'all going to hear everything. And then probably some stuff with Trinity's company.
And we're going to stop in Seattle.
Yes, we're going to stop in Seattle, too. And have some fun there. And
we basically need to go to Seattle to go to Alaska. So.
Exactly. But set your intentions. Say out loud with someone else that can hold you accountable what your dream is. And then plan it. Make it happen, you know?
Oh, yes. Put your hair in those braids and make it happen.
Yes, girlfriend. Woo!
You know that's our go-to hairstyle, both of us.
Yeah, braid.
We love little pigtail braided braids.
You got yours in right now.
I do.
I'll put mine in later. When you do that, it's like business.
It's business. This is my business hairstyle. This is point.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. So excited.
Get shit done today.
Right? Baseball cap and jeans. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Yay!
I got my leggings. I got my Alaska hoodie on.
You do. I'm putting mine on today, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that any of y'all needed to hear or know that.
But this is us. We're happy. This is, yes. And it's freezing cold outside. Everything's frozen. Dude, it was like
I'm not frozen, though,
yesterday.
girl.
You're not frozen. No. You're warm and gooey and so yummy.
I feel so much better. Like, I really can't express, like, how... I was feeling a little down this morning of, like, reality had kind of set in a little bit.
It was like, what did I do? What happened? Where am I at?
Yeah, I'm a delayed reactor. I am so good under pressure. Like, in the moment, I'm like, yo, let's make this shit happen. But afterwards, my body's like, what did we do?
Like, bitch.
It's like the adrenaline wears off, and I'm like shaking. I'm like, oh god,
spaz attack.
It's like,
Fetal
yeah.
position.
Yeah, my best friend Tyler, she always laughs at me because when I'm freaking out, it's so funny. I'll literally repeat the same thing over. I'm like a broken record. Like, that's why I was like, I need you to leave. I need you to leave. Because if I say anything else, I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she was there one time where a wasp had flown into my car. And it was, like, on my thigh. And I'd never been stung before, so I was freaking out. And I was driving.
Oh.
So I was like, oh, God, what if I go into anaphylactic shock while I'm driving and everything dies? And oh, my God. That's why I kept paying my head. Yeah. Yeah, anyway. Yeah.
Sweet.
Anyway. I'm a delayed reactor. So I was freaking out a little bit this morning. But now
Right?
I'm good.
Now you feel good.
Now I feel good.
Right? We've talked it out.
Isn't
We've
it
shared with our
beautiful?
friends.
You talk to your friends, you feel better.
Right?
Sometimes you just need to say things out loud.
Yes. And feel the love.
Yeah.
Right? And share with the world. And it's like, yo, I did some crazy shit. Let me tell you about it.
I feel like our podcast is almost like a verbal diary.
It is.
Sometimes.
I'd like to go back and listen and be like, ooh, I've been through some shit.
Bless them.
Right?
Bless
Oh, and I hope it can be that way for y'all.
Yeah.
And then you can relate and you can be like, oh, yeah, I've been there. Or you're like, oh, I haven't been there.
I don't want to be there.
Yeah. Danger, Will Robinson.
Get out now.
Run, Forrest, run. So, yeah, so life is what you make it. Life is wonderful. Very happy, very excited. And here we go, folks.
Yeah.
Let's see what fucking happens. What sticks?
What sticks? Let's throw some shit at the wall.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, well, we love you guys so much. Thank you for listening to the ranting of this episode.
Right? And as always.
Yeah.
And for letting us just, put our souls out there to you,
Mm-hmm.
Our soulful family out here, and share with you. And, I look forward to hearing all your comments and what you've been through and what you've experienced.
Yeah.
And, by the way, we'd really, really appreciate it if you liked us.
Yes.
And
Subscribe
and share us. And
you can find us everywhere you listen to podcasts. Like, if you're listening on YouTube now, like, if you just want to pop over to Apple Podcasts or whatever, and just subscribe and, like, leave a 5-star comment.
Right. And Spotify.
And Spotify, wherever,
Yeah.
but Apple Podcasts is preferred, please. Just leave a comment and 5 stars. You can just tell us, like, man, those two bitches crazy. Like, I don't care what you say in the comment, but 5 stars is awesome. That would really appreciate it. And you can still continue to watch on, YouTube.
Yeah,
but,
and we're going to be coming with videos pretty soon. Like,
Yes.
for real ones.
and you guys are going to see the podcast
Right?
room.
The podcasts are so soon. And this 2021, we're going to be traveling the country.
We're going to be making that shit happen.
Right. When it warms up, we're going to find a way, honey. We're going to build a bridge. Right? Might be a bus. We're going to get on something and get going and come out and see the peoples.
Yep.
We the peoples.
We the peoples.
So we love you. I hope you are having and had a wonderful holiday season. And, that all your dreams are coming true. And that you are happy, happy, happy. Shine, sparkle, love everyone you're with. And kisses.
Yeah. Be the light in your own world.
Right? Oh, that was good. Look at you being positive. Oh, my God. Usually you're not like that. What's up? How you doing?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, stroke my hair and call me pretty.
You're a party princess.
Okay, you're messed up the bangs. Leave it
Okay,
alone.
sorry.
Okay.
All right. So we love you.
Love you.
We hear you. You are worth it.
Yeah.
Sparkle, shine, baby, shine, and be your own unicorn. What up?
Love you guys.
Love you. Right off into the sunset. Bye.
Oh, sorry. Speaking of sunset.
What?
Like a rhinestone cowboy.
No, you didn't. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Peace.